nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, so episode 1130.
Do it live!
We're back. We're very we're very grainy right now.
11:30 is the start time for my favorite television program, Andy Griffith Show.
Is it?
I'm not sure, actually. I watch it on VHS tape, so I don't know when it airs to television. Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing testicle difficulties. Ben and I both have torsion, I think. I don't know. Sepsis. Something going on in our balls, but we should be able to fix that in momentarily just by existing. Did you hear Cobra's in jail?
King Cobra?
That's what everybody said. Cobra got arrested. I don't know if he's still in jail.
Really?
Yeah, the whole chat's like Cobra's in jail.
Wow, I had no idea.
I didn't know why either. I'm literally just seeing the chat right now.
Yeah, I had no idea. I don't know if that's can someone please send us.
Auntie Jessie says he was arrested, but he is out.
Oh,
he spent
okay.
Friday night in jail.
Yeah, no one sent in a video about that. Everyone, please like the stream. Do us a favor and like the stream. Immediately following tonight's episode, for all patrons $10 and above, we are going to be doing a live review of this Teddy Hart stuff that's out recently. It's some crazy stuff. If you want to see our live review of it, check it out. Just become a patron, $10 or more. Subscribe star, $10 or more. Or you can become a member. The top membership role will also get to watch it live tonight. Immediately following this episode, the only other thing that I ask of you guys is take a look at the links at the top of our description tonight. It's a link to the audio version of the show. We add a little bit more content for free on the audio version. If you want to hear what we talk about before we go live, you can go there and check it out. It's an extra 5, 10, 15 minutes of show that you can listen to. It will be posted at some point, probably within a half hour after the end of tonight's episode. So yeah, check that out. Also like the stream, please.
Yeah, take your nipples, slam them down as hard as you can on the like button. Do that, though. He got arrested at 7 p.m. for drunk and disorderly.
Oh, my God.
Auntie Jessie says she tagged it in media.
Oh, I don't ever look in media. I mean, was it right now? Let's see.
Yes, like the stream, everybody. The more likes we get now, the more validation we feel. And Ben and I need validation. It drives us. Makes us feel like we're doing something right with our lives.
And so what? I don't know anything about it. I don't want to like live react to it when we don't know exactly what happened, but I guess I'll figure it out, later on, because I had no idea. And if it was Friday, that was a while ago.
That was Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do have some Cobra videos. I guess we can play them later. We're gonna get right into this Jared stuff. The Jared stuff hasn't ended yet. He's talking to Zoe again.
Oh, they're back together?
No, like he knows she's a troll. But I think he really just is that pathetic.
For 4 so you don't die in the woods.
I don't want to die in the woods. Thank you, Kavas.
Thank you. Yeah, none of us want to die in the woods. All right, here it is. Oh, we got a new patron, Bolo Tie. You're going to watch the stream tonight.
I can turn off the goddamn internet.
don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they gonna touch me?
All right.
I bet when he was getting driven to the slammer, the cop radioed in that he was bring a goth bad boy who smells good in.
Yeah.
He was like, leave me alone. I'm autistic.
But he smells good.
Don't arrest me. I'm autistic. All right. Check this out. This video is entitled To My Lovely Cyrax Fans, but most of this he just talks about himself and not Cyrax.
Which even when he is talking about other people, it's usually reflections of himself.
It's true.
How's it going, guys? It's your boy, Jay Genesis. How y'all doing today? I guess I can still wear this stupid hat for you if you like. It's still Christmas. Even though...
Yeah, I definitely was wondering where the Christmas duck hat was.
Yeah, yeah.
That I didn't know existed until right now.
I'm still surprised that he even wears a shirt, so I'm not expecting any other articles of clothing. And this is the most intact shirt that he owns. This gives him the most coverage.
Wasn't he wearing like a dress shirt the other day?
Look at all that nasty spittle and whatever, like right at the top of his collar. Actually, I think it was Flockapossum posted a gross video where he snot rocketed a booger like onto his own shirt.
I don't like boogers.
That's why I didn't play it. It was gross.
It's supposed to be a series.
Seeing Jared's Christmas hat like this, it reminds me.
It's a duck.
I was a Christmas duck. We were iced out the Thursday and Friday. I didn't get to come in and see you. So I didn't get to give you your Christmas present, Ben.
You gave me a Christmas present?
I got you a Christmas present, Ben.
Oh. I didn't expect you to get me a present.
It's just a little something.
Why is there a pink hair wrapped up in the tape?
Probably a wig or something.
Okay.
I was keeping it near the clown wig.
Oh, okay.
I have a lot of costume apparel in my garage.
In your garage?
In my garage.
Oh wow! Why? Thank you. The world's best boss.
Underwear and socks, I think.
Should I just like?
Are you gonna model them?
That would be so ridiculous. No, I would if I dropped like 60 pounds. I would. Thank you so much. Wow. I was not planning on a gift exchange. Now I'm gonna get you a gift.
It's not much. I saw it in line when I was checking out, and I said I have to get this for Ben.
Oh,
I have to.
Okay. Interesting. Why? Thank you so much.
I'm not even sure if it's your size, but
I don't even know. XL? Yeah.
They had one sitting at the checkout right there, and I was like, "This is a Christmas present, easy Christmas present."
Yeah.
Now back to the show.
I can wear an XL because I'm all dick and no ass.
That's what I thought. The
no ass.
I thought it would work that way.
So it evens out.
Do you have to
that
wear
way.
them backwards just so that the butt of the undies carries all the dick?
Yeah.
This video, so this is kind of retarded, but fuck it, man. Who cares? It's the holidays, bro. I had a very lovely adventure with my fucking gilded last night. And, I just want to say a special thank you for those of you who cared enough to try to give me aid,
You forgot the S.
To try to give me direction in my life.
Jared has aid?
Guys, listen. You don't know the first thing about me. You only know me from troll channels that pick and choose the things that they want to show you about me.
No, I don't. A lot of things... I don't actually choose. You put it out there. I'm not picking and choosing at all, and I don't edit you. That's all a lie.
Okay. They refuse to show you the good things that I do because...
What do you do that's good? Let's try to name one thing that he does that's good. Let's be genuine about it. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've showed the best things he's ever done.
What is it?
I wouldn't know. I'm pretty sure it had to have been somewhere between all the bullshit. He doesn't do much.
No, and it's all bad. I can't think of one net positive. He's a drain on everyone in his actual life.
They want to paint me as a monster for clout and to help them with their own.
You have no clout to give.
Securities. I have a troll whose name I will not mention.
What? I thought this was a gaming channel anyway.
Yeah, it never was. Might as well be a self-help channel.
He says that later. It's hilarious.
Every single time I do a song cover, this motherfucker feels like he has to one-up me. It's just...
Is he saying that Kanye is a troll?
I don't even know who he's talking about.
Is he suggesting that Taylor Swift is trolling him by making better music? Who's one-upping him?
The insecurity is so real with these people. I genuinely feel sorry for them.
Yeah, bro, every time I make a song, this Ed Sheeran guy comes out with a better one. He's just trolling me.
That they're on that sort of level of just all-out self-hatred, really. But, man, I had quite the crowd last night at my Gilded. Shout-outs to Rubik's for holding it down, the homie. You know, he said some things, but he was just angry, dude. Can you blame him? I mean, really, guys.
You know what I'm saying,
I was
bro?
just trying to have a hangout for, like-minded individuals that want to, fucking hang out together. That's all. Okay, I know you guys know what you're thinking. Oh, he's trying to get a pedo squad. It's like, fuck you, bro.
That is what you're doing. That's what you mean when you say like-minded individuals.
Yeah, unless there's some sort of like a dirty floor group out there.
No.
Is there a need to wash these door handles group on Discord that we don't know about?
It's a cut the collar off your shirts group.
Yeah, the skip wiping your ass group. Is that what's going on over here?
Okay, fuck you.
Living with parents over 35 group.
Yeah.
That's something my haters would say, but that's all right, man. It is what it is, dude. If I'm a monster in their eyes, that's okay with me. I don't
No, it's not. It's not okay with you. You make it very clear it's not okay with you.
care. Ever since I started YouTube, it was simply just trying to be a self-help channel more than anything.
Just trying to be a self-help channel.
Helping who?
I saw the Brendan Fraser movie Whale. He looks so much like Jared in the face.
When he's wearing
got
the fake
fat suit on?
Yeah. I've seen the trailer.
And somehow, as gross as the whale is, it's not as gross as Jared's room.
Right.
His house isn't as gross, I mean.
And he's a way more likable character, right?
Yeah, he's a lovable scamp.
Yeah.
I aspired to be like Michael Monk.
He's in the movie, spoilers, he specifically said he wasn't attracted to kids.
Oh, yeah? Well, there was another obese Jared that was.
It's a rough one. Jared from Subway needs his own whale movie.
Yep.
He is what you call an energy master. I'm highly, highly fascinated with the metaphysical things like, PSI balls and even stuff like telekinesis and all that other good shit. I believe in a way as human.
None of that's in the Bible or part of Christianity, by the way. So you believe
it's so obvious when he's rattled whenever he talks about people hating on him or talking shit to him.
Right. If it didn't bother him, he wouldn't even mention it.
Humans, we are basically superheroes, but the elites don't want you to know that.
Like Wild Bill. I know Wild Bill for America has seen DP clips ragging on him and making him look stupid, but he's never once mentioned us. He's never acted like he's never replied or anything. That's such a better way to handle it because we've got less to work with. Because it would make making fun of him so much more interesting if there was an actual back and forth.
Yeah, Wild Bill, this is your time. Start talking back.
We heard you're from England, Wild Bill.
And so it was my intent to try to spread the message that you are basically, in a sense, your own God. Okay? That's what the term namaste means.
Nope.
It means the God in me sees the God in you.
Nope. That's not what namaste means. We'll get the definition right now.
I think Jared's confusing it with namaste in my parents' house until I'm 40.
And what do you mean? Until they're gone and he can't afford the property taxes anymore.
Oops. Greetings to you.
So greetings to you. It has nothing to do with being your own god or anything like that.
Okay. We're all highly connected to the universe. I know I'm going super red-pilled right now, but
is that
you have the ability to do all the shit that these fucking superheroes can do, which are more or less just, pagan gods trying to stay relevant. That's all it is, bro. That's all Thor, He's obviously based on fucking Zeus and...
Thor is based on Zeus.
No.
Obviously, Thor is based on Zeus.
No, yeah. Nordic
He's
mythology.
The son of Odin.
Sweet bois. Kisses.
Nordic mythology is a totally different type of mythology than...
Cheers, Frank and Pinky.
Than Greek.
Yeah, it's Zeus is Greek, Odin is Norse, Thor is Odin's son.
Yeah. And so
Hercules is probably the Thor equivalent.
Roman is the Roman gods are just stolen from Greek, and they just have their own counterpart. Like Jupiter is Zeus.
Did the Greek gods and the Zeus
Roman god?
Yeah, Roman. Did the Greek and Roman gods, did they ever get together and have a team up like DC and Marvel did?
No, because they're just the same thing in the Roman world. They just basically gave them new names, essentially.
In Marvel, they got Hercules coming after Thor, maybe.
If you guys didn't know, Gotham is actually Latin for goat farm. I could go on. I'm not going to. I won't bore you, but...
For goat.
The Flash.
Goat farm.
Goat farm?
I'm going to have to look that up. I have no idea if that's what it means.
Did you know Arkham is actually Latin for Kiwi Farms?
Hold on. Let's see.
Gotham is Latin for goat farm. What is that even supposed to mean? What's he referring to? With that?
I guess goat as in satanic.
Oh, cute.
Let's see. No, Gotham is Latin for Gotham.
Ah.
It has nothing what?
Like how no is Spanish for no?
Right.
Which is, what was it? Not Aristotle, but the other one that starts with A. Anyways, let's not go down that rabbit hole right now. I just wanted to say, I'm going to take this stupid hat off. Hope you guys enjoyed the duck. I'm not ever wearing that again.
I was trying to run to Taco Bell, but then I saw that hat. I had to stop. That hat. It's a hat shaped like a duck wearing a hat. Amazing. Tip train.
Tip train.
Woot, woot.
You don't
Chugga,
see.
chugga, chug.
You don't see a ton of hats wearing hats.
No.
That's something you don't see. That is interesting for you to point that out.
But I just want to say this, okay, guys? Listen to me. I genuinely appreciate the concern, but I never cared about any of this attention. I know there are locals, much like Cyrex the Fool, okay, who get off on this shit and who try to clout chase. I'm genuinely not one of these people. I like having a small clique, okay? I do better when I'm on the down low.
Yeah, that's what predators. That's what predators do.
Yeah, remain in the shadows.
Thor is the Norse god of thunder located in Scandinavia. Zeus the Greek king of the gods located in Greece. Jared acting like he knows about certain cultures like Greek, Norse, or even Latin when knows fuck all.
If Jared likes to stay on the down low, he's really bad at it because he made a video saying he wanted to date an 8-year-old and put it on YouTube publicly.
Also, we know Jared likes karate and he's really bad at it. We know Jared likes dancing and singing and he's really bad at it. We know Jared likes video games and he's pretty bad at them.
I've been seeing more Jared leaks, and he blames Jason David Frank for basically every problem in his life. He compared what Jason David Frank did to him by letting him get beat up to being graped.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. Because he's like, it hurt my pride, but it was that bad.
I can understand that, though. The other night I was stuck in a red light in traffic, and I tried to compare it to being graped. And I knew how terrible a comparison that was, but I was like, God, this must be what being abused feels like.
Right.
I was so mad at that red light.
Damn.
It was so long.
You should go to, crisis counseling.
I was such a long red light.
Red light counseling.
I was freaking out, man.
Sketchy, but But what I'm saying is, I know not most people relate to me in my beliefs. I'm a very spiritual person.
Yeah. You said a spiritual connection with 8-year-olds.
I'm extremely spiritual. I'm extremely red-pilled. Most people think I'm a nut, and I'm totally fine with that. I don't want to be bothered by humanity. I think most humans are quite stupid if we're being frank with each other.
You are one of the stupidest humans I've ever encountered in my life.
And the stupider you are, the more that you think people who aren't stupid are stupid. Like, the smarter you are, the more stupid you realize you are yourself.
Okay, I'm not here to try to seek attention. I never wanted this law cow status. I embrace it because that's what I am now, but I'm not trying to clout chase. I'm not trying to be fucking...
Then why are you talking about making money and being an online influencer and stuff? Because that's your legitimate goal. That's your only aspiration in life at this point. But you put minimal effort into it. It's
Forget
the thing...
The Greek and Nordic gods. The only god worth worshipping is Sheila Gigs. Look it up.
Okay, Seth looks. I'm looking it up.
It's the only thing you put effort into, but it's still minimal.
You know, filthy frank. I never was trying to be that. The only reason I think that I fed this is because I do enjoy making people laugh. That's the only reason why
you don't enjoy being laughed at.
This. But guys, you have to realize, okay, if you can go watch my first channel, it's still on YouTube, Seymour Buns. Okay, that's a stupid name. I don't know what I was thinking, but...
You're probably thinking of 8-year-olds.
I talk about the philosophies of Michael Monk. I'm not bullshitting you. You can go to my channel right now. I'll even link a fucking video for you in the description. I will be sure to do that for you, just so you know I'm not full of shit. 2013 is when I started. It's amazing I lasted this long and not completely lost my mind, but...
You didn't last, though, because you got grounded for 2 years, and then you've had several channels terminated, so I wouldn't call it lasting.
I just looked up Sheila Gigs. Are you familiar with Sheila Gigs? No. It's a fertility god that has like a gigantic goatsy-esque exaggerated vagina stretch. It's a very strange little... looks a lot different than Christ on the cross. Their necklace is just this little pewter woman stretching out her front hole.
Okay. To all the Cyrex trolls and other people like that, you know, these...
Nistia says, I worry that all this attention will make Jared snap. And I hope that the snap has minimal effect on anybody other than himself.
He's already snapped. I don't know what more snap. And I think you've already said that before, too, Nistia. I think you've mentioned that.
You want to call them fans of the lolcows? All right.
You already had a snap.
I'm not interested in you. I kind of wish you would just go away. Because the majority of you guys are disrespectful and dehumanizing people. You really are.
Then why do you want to stay, then?
You refuse to see the good in me. You refuse, and I know you're only fed the bad, but if you wanted to, you could research me more and you could see there's a lot of good about me, but you guys are...
We try to think of one thing. Can you tell us? Can you tell us one good thing about you?
You're a selfish, overly opinionated person who doesn't even stick to his own opinions. You're a flip-flopper. You're gross inside and out. The one thing that you had going for you was that you at least actively try to do something. You're attempting things, which is moderately impressive. The problem is you're consistently failing at them. I don't know one moment of actual achievement you've ever had. The bodybuilding arc that you went on was hilarious because you only
your fingers
fell apart the entire time. Your karate is hilarious. I thought maybe you might have been a genius that was trolling on an epic level. I thought that. But if you were, at some point you got lost when you went on that kid diddle stuff. Even if you were trolling, even if it was an elaborate troll, you lost me there.
It wasn't
so even
trolling,
with that,
no.
even with that idea, you'd failed.
I wish that stuff was trolling, but it's not. Because he says it's discrimination to not think it's okay to do that kind of stuff.
If you used to do that, I think you just don't want to feel guilt. I think that's what this is. Because you all know you fucking ruined my life. I can no longer even work at McDonald's.
Nobody cares about your job or your life.
First of all, he hasn't even tried to work at McDonald's. So him saying I can't even work at McDonald's, he hasn't even tried to get a job at McDonald's. So he doesn't know that for a fact. He wouldn't do that anyway. He can't handle a job at McDonald's. And no one secretly recorded you and uploaded that private conversation or something. It was something you said publicly on your own on the internet. And then when people are like, what do you mean by that? That was your chance to be like, oh, I was just joking around. Don't take me seriously. I was just messing around. And if you would have done that, at least, not everybody, some people would have been like, well, that was weird. But other people would be like, oh, okay. But you were like, yeah, that's what I meant.
He wouldn't even last a single day at McDonald's.
Unless he was hanging out in the ball pit.
He'd probably just eat a bunch of the food and get fired.
And I think the guilt is honestly starting to creep up on a lot of you guys. And for that, all I can say is, you fucking deserve it. You deserve to feel guilty for what you did to me.
Aww.
Even though I do forgive you.
What did they do? Like, what did everyone do that you're talking about? Did they just show your videos of what you say? And talk about them? What did they do? I don't agree with everyone calling the cops to come to your house. Well,
there are so many people better than Jared that I have done worse to that I still don't feel guilty for.
Right.
So, die.
I think the cops need to get a warrant and look at his computer, but I think that's probably not an easy thing to get. So, I think didn't Jared melt one of his computers or something? I don't know.
You guys took it way too fucking far, and you know you did. Okay, you and your mama knows it, motherfucker. All right? It's just ridiculous. And I still can't get over all the bullshit that happened to me, that I was actually swatted multiple times, among other things. My trolls took it to real life. You guys need to understand that. That's how desperate.
You weren't actually swatted, but I can't say that the people that made the calls didn't want you to get swatted. I would say it was an attempted swat, probably.
Desperate they are. I never wanted any of this, okay? I was just trying to do what I had to do to get rid of some very vacant people. But
What? What does
There's
that mean?
vacant people.
Thankfully, those people are, they're pretty much gone now. They're still around, but I know eventually they'll fade because they see that I'm not going anywhere. And I don't know why they would continue to torment themselves, sticking around someone that they don't like. It seems pretty stupid to me, but I guess some of them do need to cope that hard. I don't really know, but no, I think my trolling days are pretty much over now. I think my trolls are pretty much, they moved on to someone else. So,
yes.
To all you guys out there who enjoy lolcow shit or whatever, I know I call myself one, but please just do me a favor and fuck off. Okay? Kindly and respectfully, just fuck off, dude. I'm almost 40. I don't have time for this crap.
I'm over 40.
My main mission is to just, like I said, help see the God in people. Not to be blasphemous, but to help understand that you're being used by the system, that we are living in a matrix. I've been following Alex Jones since way before he was a meme. Okay, we're talking 2000, maybe 6. I first started watching him on a satellite channel, non-cable satellite channel, whatever you want to call it.
He's talking about public access. I'm guessing.
Alex Jones is the one who woke me up to pretty much all of this shit, bro. I really give him credit, and he truly is a prophet.
Is Alex Jones PDF pilled?
I mean, Alex Jones is saying all the liberal elite are the PDF files, and now Jared's telling us that Alex Jones followers might be. But Jared doesn't have the time for this, guys. He's busy wasting away in his parents' house.
Of his time, because even back in 2006, the things that he was talking about, it's all going on today. He was truly a prophet of his time. You could say that maybe he's just part of the CIA. That's why he knows all this stuff. Maybe that's true. I hope it's not. But this motherfucker is the prophet of the 21st century. He is, without a doubt. He's gotten more things right than anyone.
Has he?
The reason
More
why they
right than
meme him is
anyone?
because they don't want you to realize just
He got it wrong that he would get sued for every penny he has for lying about dead kids.
Yeah, he did make quite a profit off of those claims.
Yeah.
how much of
Not for
a
him.
threat he is to the elites. They don't want you to know that. Okay, you know, sites like YouTube and Twitter, they want him as a joke. They want him as a, you know, oh, the gay frogs, you know, blah blah blah. This, no, motherfucker, this guy's a prophet. He's a real deal. All right.
I like the gay frog stuff. I think he's very entertaining. I think he's a lunatic. I think to some degree he's self-aware, but he's definitely
My
a
God,
very
this
entertaining
explains
person.
so much.
Just Alex Jones
yeah.
birthing the genius mind of Jared Genesis.
It's that ultimate PDF file vitality.
And he's been doing this shit.
Facing the consequences to his actions. You've done more harm than good in this life. All we did was held up a mirror and said this is you. You are a disgusting PDF file and you will have the day you deserve.
Egghead.
TikTok Jared.
Egghead going so hard on
For
Jared.
decades. And unfortunately, I think a lot of this shit just drove him nuts, and that's why he's kind of kooky now. But who can blame him? I mean, really, for knowing as much as he does and just how fucking sick the world is. I think that would make anybody crazy. Anyways, I'm about to reach my 10-minute mark here. It's been a while since I made a 10-minute video, so
Is that another thing your dad grounded you from, is making videos longer than 10 minutes? So it's streaming and videos longer than 10 minutes. And showering.
Here you guys go. Hope you enjoyed my rant for today. Guys, listen, you can come on my Gilded if you want, but I don't have time for bullshit. So if you're just there for the lulz or to troll
That's everybody there.
me, you're going to get banned.
The people who are on there are pretending to like you.
But I think, honestly, you guys probably have just gotten that picture already. So I'm not really expecting many more people on my Gilded.
You know how many people
I'll
keep
go ahead.
fake friends around them because they don't want to be lonely? Like, it's kind of like protocol for Jared to have fake people around him. If he didn't have fake people, he'd have nobody.
It's like Chris Chan had that too.
Yeah,
All
but
of Chris
there's-
Chan's friends were actually
There's
just
like people with
trolling
real
him.
life friends who hang out with people who really don't like them because they have nothing else. It's a pretty regular occurrence.
And link it in the comments for anyone who may have missed it. Anyways, guys, that's what I got for you today. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys had an awesome Christmas. I know I did. My fucking controller here. This thing is legit, bro. I'm telling you. Lots of playthroughs on the way, so stay tuned for that, guys.
Hooray for the
Anyways,
playthroughs!
I'll go through. I'll look at the latest leaks before the next episode and see if there's anything that's actually new or interesting. Everyone like the stream. If you haven't already, give us a like. We're going to do this. Brett
If
Keane.
Egghead was a top G, he would fight Jared in a no-holds-barred death match. Both
Yeah.
are weak, but I believe in Egghead.
Both are weak.
Yeah, if Egghead looked up to Andrew Tate instead of Shane Dawson, Egghead'd be a different man.
Brett Keane calls into Atheist call-in show. The Line is what it's called. The Line.
To argue about stuff. I will leave it up
Oh,
to
you
the
know
other-
what? I can't do it this way, right? I got to do the thing. Here we go.
Individual situation. Check out the beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
People who are here to determine how eager they are or are not to argue with somebody. And so, yeah, anybody can drop whomever.
All right, then we've got, I can't tell if this is meant to be argumentative or just sort of
Just do what
silly.
Jared could never do. Train. Train like Spartans.
Damn. To go into battle.
But Brett King wants to talk.
Brett King? Did he say King?
From Missouri. Brett, You're on. What do you want?
Hey,
I'm
how
just
you
kidding.
doing?
Go ahead.
I hope you guys are having a nice Christmas.
You know,
Thank you.
He expects that to trigger them. That's why he's saying it. He's saying it like passive aggressively.
It's a good Sunday.
Well, I do have a couple questions if you guys have the time for me.
Sure.
He's going to ask the same questions he's asked for the last decade and a half. It's the exact same shit.
One of the first questions I have is I used to be a former atheist myself. I think some of
You used to be a former atheist, so that means you're an atheist again?
Uh-oh.
Because you were an atheist, and then you were a former atheist, but now you used to be a former atheist. Is that what you're saying? Huh?
Didn't he go from atheist to Christian back to atheist before this recent Christian arc?
Yeah. I mean, he's been all around, and then he'll do his little I'm doubting phase, where he'll make a video where he might be doubting it.
I'm a doubting Thomas.
remember me being one of the first to come to social media and make videos and all that. I spent a great deal of time listening to atheists. I've got a lot of friends who are non-believers. And I've discovered that on YouTube, a lot of them say, I'm happy. I'm fine with being an atheist. I don't need God. I don't need the Bible. But when they're in private with people, they say things like, I'm suicidal. I'm unhappy. I have a lot of psychological issues.
What do you mean they? Yeah, like some people say that. Some Christians say that.
Because of abuse or tragedies that have happened in my life.
Uh-huh.
And it's really correlated with my concept or belief in a higher power in the universe. And I was wondering, why do you think it is that non-believers act one way on video, but in private?
I don't think there's this epidemic of atheist suicide, like suicides linked to atheism. He'd have to show some numbers here.
With people that they trust or respect, they'll say things like this. Why the double face for it?
Hey, Brett, so when you were an atheist, you didn't learn how to make an honest argument, right? I just love the phrasing. How come atheists do this one way? What not? How come there's a group of people? How come some people do this? I love this categorical. How come atheists do this one, whereas this?
That's because Brett defines people. He has two categories of people: atheists and gourd believers.
Why the double faced from atheist?
Yeah, there's plenty of people in lots of different categories who are not going to go public with their private concerns, people's personal mental health issues and troubles and trials. Of course, that's more likely to be discussed with friends than it is with others. I can tell you this: I am not now, nor have I ever been suicidal. I was not wronged in any way, and I'm happy to answer almost any question about my life. But if you're going to call in and be, I used to be an atheist, and why do you think atheists are like this? Well, I want to know why you used to be an atheist, why you're not anymore, and why, when you're asking this question.
And why, when you were an atheist, why weren't you like this? Why are you still here?
It's because he needed money to save his house, and it was more gourd believers giving him money than atheists.
You frame this the way Jimmy pointed out, that, why do atheists do this? You don't think Christians do this? You don't think Mormons do this? You don't think Mormons are probably some of the worst of it because they have a church encouraging them to put a good face on things publicly.
Well, the reason why I bring it up is it's something that's been going on for the last 20 years. According to stats, atheists have quadrupled the amount of suicide
It's been
rate
going
as well
on
as substance
forever,
abuse over
Brett.
any
That's not true at all.
group out
It's
there.
been going on for Brett, are you capable of actually addressing the issue honestly?
Yeah, I'm asking, why do you think the stats are that atheists had just a massive amount of suicide rate and substance abuse?
The stats.
Okay.
Well,
Now you've
I
added
have a
substance
question.
abuse in it too. Go ahead, Ben.
Well, my question
you were-
is, like, how did you relate the depression and mental health issues to the lack of belief when, at least in my experience, any issues that I've had with that have been related to human beings doing things to other human beings. So how is that related to the belief or lack thereof, and not caused by something else that is, more mundane?
Well, just earlier today, I did my own live show on God TV Radio, and I had atheists on there, and they did exactly the same thing, except for one of them.
He deleted Gord TV Radio. He brought it back. He deleted Gord TV Radio. He brought it back. This is probably like the third or fourth Gord TV Radio.
He was very
just like Jesus, risen. Gord TV radio is risen.
Very honest. Now, it took a little while, but some of them started.
Oh, yeah. He was the honest one.
Mute Brett's dishonest fucking ass. Don't you dare, sir, pretend that they all did the same thing, but one of them was honest. Go fuck yourself.
Matt Dillahunty is not to be fucked with, especially with these kind of subjects.
They were there. Show me that the other ones who don't fit your fucking stereotype weren't honest. Prove that.
You call it honest by personally attacking someone when I've been nothing but respectful?
You haven't been
No,
anything.
sir. You're a fucking liar. You have not been respectful.
I wonder if Matt remembers who Brett is. I like how Brett came on just to be like, I was one of the first atheists social media situation.
The point that I made, if you'd have listened, was why did you frame it as if the people who fit your narrative were being honest and the others weren't?
Matt, we're talking about stats and actual facts.
No, you're not. You haven't given a single citation.
I don't hear the joy in you.
All right, look. Here, I'm talking about your fucking disgusting lying. I've muted you. I'm going to raise this one more time. Why would you, in talking about what happened on your show, claim that the atheists who talked about their depression or issues or suicidal tendencies?
There's this great old video where G-Man calls Matt Dillahunty at like 4 a.m. or something. And he comes on, he's like, G-Man, you realize you just ruined me ever wanting to ever talk to you again. Ever. It's so great. I don't even know if it's still out there, but it was so funny.
We're the only ones who were honest. Why would you frame it like that? I'm unmuting you now.
I heard a beep noise. Did you say you finally unmuted me?
Yes.
Yes.
Because, like I said before, I've talked to these people in private. It's a different story. But some of them, whenever they get on their cameras, they pretend as though everything's great and wonderful. But the stats do not.
It's such a weird argument when they get on their cameras. What? Yeah, we're all just secretly on the brink of hurting ourselves constantly when the camera's off. Then we turn it on, we're like, yay! All of us.
Show that.
What, am I on like a different planet? Because I'm pretty sure this is a universal human experience that when you are around people in public, you act one way, you put on a front, and then when you're in private, you are more inclined to divulge the personal things you're going through. This is universal across the human experience. This is
Humans wear masks all the time in public situations.
Brett Keane should know that better than a lot of people.
As an agoraphobic?
No, like Brett Keane, the character he plays when the video is on, and then Brett Keane, the reality.
Thing.
Yeah, Brett's just learning about social performance, and it's blowing his mind.
Social performance with the atheists, where they're pleasant to people in public, but go home and they're not as open about happiness and stuff. It's funny because you talk to people that like were in the Brett Keane household at the time, and like they've said how fucking like miserable he treated everybody, right?
Yep.
But in public, he says he's a big family man.
Right.
But then he also says he's got water-headed son. Daughter.
Yeah.
Shit. Oops.
Yeah.
That it's according to stats. Although
Okay, if you say stats one more fucking time without explaining where they're coming from or what...
Even what you said are the stats aren't atheists are more private. But if you say you have a stat that you have so far unsighted, but whatever, that suggests that atheists, that non-believers have a tendency to participate in suicidality or depression or whatever else, we can engage with that without it having a single thing to do. And this is why I know what your motivations are here. I know your motivations are to bring in this concept that you will be more miserable after being a non-believer, and that should somehow suggest
he's so transparent
because there would be a God bringing you some kind of joy if you were a believer. We all know that that's the implicit fucking argument here, and I have Matt brought up Mormonism. I have something to share with you. My days as a believer were my most miserable. The times I was the most suicidal.
Yeah, pretty sure he was Mormon. That guy, Mr. Atheist.
And attempted suicide was my days as a believer, because I so could not exist as the person I actually am comfortably within a group of believers who believe many things about.
I'm pretty sure he did an interview with Chris Hansen about cults, and Chris Hansen kind of like led the whole interview to be like, to like kind of push a narrative that Onision was a cult leader.
So as a cult, you would say Onision is the king cult leader?
Yeah.
And he uses Billy the Fridge as his own personal Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell to procure knowledgeable victims?
Yeah.
My identity, make me essentially pathetic and filthy and everything else. So if you want to engage on the actual argument of even if this stat is true, still would not indicate whether or not God exists or not. And by the way, we would then also get to talk about society's part in all of that, because as a non-believer, I have been ostracized more than as a queer person. And we know that queer people often have a higher rate of depression and suicidality because their communities turn on them, because they experience from religious fucking people that ostracization, that you're a piece of shit. So let me answer the question for you, Brett. The reason why people in communities become depressed after they lose faith is assholes like you.
Oof.
So it's my fault.
Yes.
Yes.
What a weird way to flip it.
Specifically for everybody.
Oh my God.
Specifically
So honest,
for everyone.
serious,
You
right?
fucking
Brett's
dipshit.
fucking not
It
serious
sounds
at
like
all.
victim virtue to me a little bit there.
Merry
Brett, I don't give a fuck what it sounds like to you. I'm going to
issues.
give you exactly one more chance to have an honest conversation, because I'm happy to tell you that yes, there are people who are atheists who are suffering. And some of them aren't going to talk about it. And the reason is because there are different social boundaries with which people are comfortable with. And as atheists, as a maligned minority, we don't have the support networks installed in place. We don't have the mountain of privilege that religions have. We don't have any of that. And so at this time of year, when people are going to visit their families, because that's what people do frequently around Christmas, if you're the only atheist there and everybody else is talking about Jesus this and church that and Jesus this and church that, and talking about political views and things that set these people aside in a different bucket, of course you're going to be depressed because, or sad or upset, because you are part of the minority. Now, let's go back to the actual issue here and see. There are studies that address happiness and with regard to theism or
I wonder if they have
atheism.
them muted.
Those things have nothing to do with whether or not a
Probably,
God
yeah.
exists. I'd like to ask you, Brett, what convinced you that a God exists?
Well, I will go into that with you, but I do also
You'll go
want
into
to
it
point out that
now, or
according
we'll
to
hang up on
stats-
you.
According to stats,
You will
theists
go
have
in. Goodbye.
happier, long.
According to stats.
You will answer my question now, because we have honestly addressed your question several times, or I will drop you from this call and not engage with you any further. You will answer my question. I'm unmuting you now.
Okay, so what's your question?
Well, go fuck yourself, Brett. You're not going to listen to my one question. Why should I talk to you?
He wasn't even listening. He didn't even know what the
Oh.
question was.
Brett had the
Well,
same
this-
speech he asked everybody for the last 10 fucking years. On deck, ready to go.
Difficult with the beep noises going on in the ear. I didn't quite hear.
There
it.
was
You
no
said
fucking
something
beep
about
noise, you
over.
fucking liar. There was no beep.
He's
when
talking
I
about
The beep noise is from him recording it on his end.
when the
What
mute
was it
engages.
that convinced you that a God existed, you lying piece of shit.
Because it is more rational and logical to believe there's more to the universe than just simply stating it all poofed into existence from
That's
nothing.
not an answer to my question.
What a dumb answer.
That's my answer. I'm telling you why I think
No,
it's
you are
more
not worth
rational.
talking
What a
to.
dumb
Fine.
answer.
Did
Yeah, that's
anybody
another
object to
claim.
me dropping him like a hot rock right now?
I kind of
Yeah,
want to
go for
educate his ass a little.
Impossible.
Okay, go ahead.
What you just said, what?
I don't think he's capable of learning new things. I think his days of learning new things are over.
We asked why you
Oh,
believe in a
on.
God.
Hang on. No. Fuck you, Brett. I muted you. I don't want easy Christians. I want honest Christians. I'm the one of the two of us that have engaged in more fucking debates than you would ever hope to imagine to. And I have debated the most dishonest motherfuckers on the planet. And I have debated some of the most wonderful, honest people on the planet. And when I ask one of those honest people what convinced them that a God exists, they don't spit some fucking pablum about how it's more rational. Of course you think it's more rational. That was a fucking given. I wanted the actual evidence or argument. But you can't have that honest conversation. And in response to it, you decided to shit on all the other Christians and pretend that they're less honest than you. You are a train wreck, Brett. I will let everybody else deal with you now while I play chess.
Brett, you were asked why
Can
you...
I ask another question?
No, because we're not done with the question we asked you. We're not done with the question we asked you. You haven't answered it yet.
Well, you said he was going to go play
you
chess.
were asked,
I didn't
yeah,
know
and
he
I'm
was
still
still
here,
there.
motherfucker. Brett, you were asked why you believe in God, and you said because it's more rational to believe that there's more to the universe than it just poofed into existence, which is not an explanation for God, because I think everybody here thinks that there's more of an explanation than fucking magic, which is what poofed into existence means. So you haven't even given, you're a theist, we're atheists,
He's a gourd
and
believer.
you gave your reasoning being a claim that I think all four of us also claim. We think that it's more than just poofed into the universe, because we wouldn't say something so radically stupid to describe the Big Bang. So, Brett, why do you believe in God?
Well, I'm trying to answer your question. One of the positions that atheists hold is that they go along.
Nope. I muted you. And I'm going to unmute. When I mute you, it doesn't beep. Your answer to why you believe in God does not begin with one of the positions which atheists hold. Your answer to why do I believe in God begins with, I believe in God because. Would you like to engage with it honestly, Brett? Here's your opportunity.
Sure. And I get that you want to put people on
Okay, once more. We're muted again. The next words out of your mouth, they're going to be, I believe in God because. Go.
I believe in God because the universe has a supernatural origin.
Demonstrate that.
Well, if you believe in the Big Bang, then you have to believe.
No. You fucking idiot. Let me try and start your sentence for you again so you can know how to honestly engage. Because it does not start with, if you believe the Big Bang, then you have to believe blah, blah, blah. We're talking about your belief in God, and you've said that the origin of the universe has a supernatural beginning. I said demonstrate it. An example of a sentence which might do that would be, the universe has a supernatural beginning because, and then the answer would follow. That's an example. There are some other ones, Brett. So unless you go the same...
He's walking him through his how to make his own argument.
Dishonest route again, you can choose your favorite, but I've given you a good example. Unmuting now. Go ahead, Brett.
All right. So as I was saying, the answer is because space and time and matter came into existence. Supernatural is defined by something that exists outside of nature.
Brett had to Google this really quick.
Very classic definition of it. So the Big Bang is supernatural by origin.
No. You are incorrect that nature necessarily came into the existence. The nature which we interact with, sure. But what you are describing, if what you are describing was true, why does no physicist follow that same line of reasoning?
Well, most physicists believe in the Big Bang, that it actually happened.
That's not what I asked.
Space, time, and matter came into existence.
Space, time, and matter, all likely by a natural... Hey, and by the way, Brett, I'm not even telling you that it didn't happen by supernatural means. I'm telling you that there has been no demonstration of whether or not the Big Bang happened by natural or supernatural. That said, natural things have been demonstrated billions of times over. Supernatural things have been demonstrated to even be possible a whopping 0 times. So the rational person, as you like to talk about rationality, goes, which one of those am I going to line up with? A supernatural explanation with its 0 demonstrations of ever occurring, or the potential for a natural explanation? Which one am I going to presume, though with the ability to be incorrect, but is probably more likely to be the category under which the Big Bang follows? What is that?
To say a supernatural occurrence has never happened is a lie. When I was 6 years old, my uncle reached in front of me and pulled my nose off, dangled it in front of me, then put it right back on my face.
I like how his response is, I never thought of it that way. You know, like, now Brett Keane has changed. He learned something.
Rational person say, Brett.
Yeah. Well, it is rational and logical. If you believe in the Big Bang, then you believe in the supernatural.
You're an idiot. I'm just done. Anyone else want a piece of Brett? Because I just explained to him what was wrong with his reason.
Put Brett on mute 4 times just to call him an idiot?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
And by the way, his pronouns were he wanted to identify as the sexiest man alive. So I already knew it was going to be a stupid call in the first place. But does anyone want a piece of Brett before we go?
The only thing I have to add is that a study from Cambridge examined the risk of suicide amongst people with different religious affiliations. And the most at-risk group differs based on age range. Seems to be a significant factor. There was also factors like social class
with them
of suicidality, and the data do not support your conclusion. So get fucked, Brett.
Yeah, I mean,
well, the information can be found on Richard Dawkins' website. Aren't you guys buddies with them? You might want to ask him to talk about it.
Oh my God, you can go tongue punch Dawkins fart box somewhere else, Brett. Nobody wants it here.
I love that. I love that you started this with
you.
I love that you started this with
Dawson.
I used to be an atheist.
Family Feud.
Then you were like,
rest in peace.
Shane Dawson's dad.
But don't worry, I'm going to spend this entire call showing that I never understood even the notion of skepticism. Because Jesus Christ, you didn't get close.
Yeah,
so
like
you guys were saying earlier.
I like how the guy in the lower left, he can't even get a word
if
in.
you don't mind me asking, you have a difficult time being able to do the holidays because of religious issues.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye, Brett.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
what were you going to say?
Literally not what anybody said.
Well, I was just going to say, like, you know, the...
All right. That was very interesting. That was almost as good as the last time he called a show like this. Everyone, if you're just now tuning in, please like the stream. Give us a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. That always helps out. James Robert Clark III uploaded another karate demo.
Oh, God.
Okay, so a lot of people have been curious about learning the karate that all the nurses want to have sex with. So.
I mean, is he being sarcastic?
I mean,
or does he really think this?
I think he's being tardastic.
So, here we go. I mean, now a lot of people like Adonis with the whole, it's hard to get in a front stance if you're not really stretched out real good. Well, if you have to stretch out,
is he doing the Broadway revival of Dumb and Dumber? Like, what is up with this?
Probably not going to fare very well. I mean,
he cuts his own hair.
Oh, please, not in the face, my hammies. I got to stretch my hammies. But let's get on with it. I'm going to teach a couple of hand techniques. I'm going to go over a couple of things.
Yeah, who is holding the camera? It's a family Christmas party?
Someone is holding it, right? It's not.
It's
on
moving,
a tripod.
Yeah. This is boxing.
Unless he set it on his
karate.
dog's
In
back.
American karate, there is a lot that comes from boxing. So, number one, you're going to put your right foot back, not your left. I like to fight from a southpaw stance when I fight in a ring, which is...
In a ring? How many fights in a ring has this guy been in?
I like to fight in the bear claw stance.
when I do bare knuckle boxing.
An orthodox stance. However,
moose knuckle boxing.
Also, the way
it looks like he has very little feet. Do you see that? He has very, very, very little feet.
Teach, of course, you're going to have to...
Those laces are
sides in karate.
hanging.
Yeah, what the
Which is where it
Gotta tighten
differs
up those
from
laces,
boxing,
boy.
actually, 'cause you have, what do you call it? You're ambidextrous in karate. So you're going to put your hands up. The reason you have your hands up is so you can block. Now you're going to put your right shoulder back. Unlike Adonis, you're not squaring up. Why aren't you squaring up with somebody in karate? Because all this is available to hit if you square up. So if you're like this, and a lot of kung fu guys go like this.
I'm ambidextrous. I grope nurses with both hands.
And that's why they get their asses kicked a lot of times in karate matches, is because they'll square up with you and you just pow, like kick them, punch them, what have you. It's very easy when they're squared up to hit them, whereas it's very hard to hit somebody that's like this, okay? So, now again, in a street fight, number over that, how to fight from.
I want to watch him and Jared fight more than Jared and
That would be
Egghead,
hilarious.
because with him and Jared fighting, whoever loses it's a win for us.
Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure Egghead would beat up Jared Genesis. In my heart.
In your heart.
In my heart, I believe it.
Not today, but
I don't care who wins with Jared Genesis versus JRC3. And matter of fact, I think it'd be better if they both just tripped and fell face first into a turnbuckle.
From how to fight from like a regular ready stance type of thing. So, your right leg's back, your center line is facing that way, okay? So you're going to do a jab.
Okay.
You see my fist, right? Okay. So your jab is going to come out. You're going to hit with these first two knuckles.
I don't see why he thinks he's a martial arts expert, because it's clear that he spends most of his time liking 13-year-old girls' Instagram pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Very hard to break your hand if you're hitting with these first two knuckles, especially if you're hitting the Makawara. So you're going to get jab and bring it back. Jab and bring it back. When you jab, step into the jab with the front foot. Step in.
He's dropping his head.
Step in, hold back. Step in, hold back. Now, okay, what about blocking?
He's slightly better than with them things.
It's like the stuff he's doing is the shit they teach like sixth graders when they first start learning karate.
No, I'm saying with them things. Know what I'm saying?
You block like this. Block like a boxer. But better than a block, as Adonis likes to quote Mr. Miyagi so much, best defense, no, be there. So, what you want to do is you want to move to the side, jab, okay? Jab, jab. You don't want to bounce around like a fucking retard.
I mean,
a lot of people will be like, oh, you don't need to do that shit, okay? So you're going to move. Side to side and around, okay? So,
I wonder if he's at his own house.
Punch. Again, you're turning.
Yeah, this is his studio apartment. Look at all the books he has.
First two knuckle. Keep your guard up. Guard is always up. This isn't Taekwondo, okay? That's a big difference between Taekwondo and Tung Sudo. Tung Sudo, always keep your guard up, because there's a lot of boxing in Tung Sudo. Huang Ki was, he had a lot of influence from the Westerners, and part of that was Western style boxing. So your guard is up, punch, punch, punch. So jab, jab, punch.
He doesn't look like he's. I mean,
jab, jab, punch. Step to the side, jab, jab, punch. See? Okay.
Who is holding the camera?
It's got to be his new girlfriend or captive.
How could you film this and not laugh your ass off?
Now again, I'm not stretched out at all. I'm in blue jeans. I'm going to go over kicking later, but you shouldn't need to stretch before you kick. If you have to...
He has very small feet.
You really got to find something else to do with your time. You can stop it.
You can stop it. The cameraman takes great direction. Ah!
He's always calling people.
Good morning, State Law Firm. How can we help you?
Yes, ma'am. I had a few questions. about Mr. Tarani.
How can we help you today?
Yes, ma'am. Is Mr. Tarani board certified or not?
He is.
He is board certified. That's
Boardified?
He is boardified.
Is he boardified?
Interesting. Could you tell me what law school you went to or attended, please?
I cannot give you information. Is there any personal injury matter that you would like to discuss? If not, I cannot discuss the information of the attorney.
You can't tell anybody what law school he went to?
Nope.
So he did not really go to law school then, and he's not really board certified?
Is there anything that we can help you with regarding a case?
Yeah, is Mr. Tarani an American citizen?
Is there anything that I can help you with regarding a case? If not,
Okay, so he's not...
For a low kick and an inside leg kick. His boxing is trash. He's not shaping his punches. Has no rhythm and you have to jump and move around to keep your opponent guessing.
Right.
Trumpster Bob is more interesting to watch.
I've seen like Anderson Silva jump around a lot, you know, like fighters who are good at striking and know what they're doing.
1 point for Trumpeter Bob, who we've seen in a fight.
Yeah.
Not even an American citizen. Are you a hooker or a real secretary? Okay, bye-bye. How are you?
Bye-bye. Why don't you go turn a trick or something?
Fuck you, bitch.
Wow. Someone sent me this clip of Trumpster Bob back in 2018 when I think it was when Trump did the bump stock ban and Trumpster Bob was all mad and turned on Trump for a short. Look how much better he looks here.
And he doesn't look good.
He's got more weight on him and he doesn't have the weird sores all over his face.
Trump want to go against our gun rights, huh? Here's what I got to say to Trump. We got you voted in. We will get you voted out, motherfucker. 2020, fuck Trump.
Whoa.
I'll keep my gun rights over Trump any fucking day.
Nope,
Fuck
you went back
Donald
on it.
Trump.
I wonder
I'm
how
gonna burn
many
this fucking
guns Bob owns.
Probably none.
Yeah. I keep my gun rights if I were to ever to have one. I keep my guns rights over Donald Trump.
Coming live feed. And I'm going to change the name. I'm taking Trumpsters off of all my shit.
You didn't, though.
Fuck you, Donald Trump. What I got to say.
Better pull that sticker off the wall behind you there.
And get the fucking Clintons out of fucking office and the Obamas and all them globalists.
Obama was leaving office. He couldn't stay
We needed
anymore.
to vote for Trump to get Obama out of office.
Oh, yeah.
All we needed him for. Now it's time to kick him to the fucking curb, too, like the bitch-ass faggot Donald Trump is. Him and his pink-ass fucking tie.
Whoa.
I'll keep my gun rights.
Never say an unkind word about the tie.
But he still stayed loyal to Trump. That's the funny part.
That's what I got to say to Donald Trump and all you motherfuckers. You don't like what I got to say? I don't give a fuck. How about that, bitch?
That's...
Great job, Trumpster Bob. Glad you stuck by your word and never supported Trump again.
Way to go, buddy.
He's now Satanism, Bob?
That'd be hilarious. I wish that was true.
Santis Man Bob? DeSantis Man Bob?
Quick reminder, everyone, immediately following tonight's episode for $10 and above patrons or members at the top level, you will watch our next series, which is based on Teddy Hart. We're talking about disappearances, sex, drugs, exotic cat breeding, so much crazy stuff. Whodunit murder mystery.
The Canadian version of rock and roll pro wrestling.
Yes. Yeah, it's something else. So you won't want to miss this. You should sign up. Get in on it now. Do it now.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, so...
Jenny.
It got me so humiliated.
Jenny says, how dare you remind me I'm poor? Look, Jenny.
Wow. They're laughing
You're
at us
poor.
and our stupidity.
Shit, how dare I do that?
How did we remind her that she's poor?
I think we put a video of Trumpster Bob on the screen And she realized Trumpster Bob can afford more flags than she can.
This is part of the new Fox News war on weed. They're going hard on weed again.
Why?
I don't know.
Who wants this?
The mainstreaming of pot has come at the same time as the drug has increased exponentially in its potency, its THC levels. As one highly cited paper points out, the consumption of marijuana is associated with an increase in violent behavior and a high risk of psychosis for frequent users. But these issues...
This is like the reefer madness argument.
They're not of concern to those looking to cash in on this burgeoning business. Documents obtained by the LA Times show that cannabis companies and investors provided some of the early financial support for UCLA's Cannabis Research Initiative. They funded it, writing checks for tens of thousands of dollars in donations and assisting with fundraising events.
Yeah, because the argument for so long as to why they kept it illegal was like, oh, well, we don't know enough about it. It hasn't been tested.
And you know who was funding the research before that?
Nobody?
The people buying pot. They were all fine.
But there was no research.
Well, they were trial and error in the field. You know how many people went actual crazy over weed?
But for the longest time, they were willfully ignorant about the research itself, and that was always their excuse for not even looking into even the conversation of legalization.
And they aren't alone. Harvard, MIT, UC San Diego are among the schools that have accepted multi-million-dollar gifts in recent years. Joining me now is Luke Niferatos, Executive Vice President of Smart Approaches to Marijuana. Luke, so the research for how safe and great weed is, some of the dollars are coming from the weed lobby. Are we getting that right?
Yeah, Laura, thanks for having me on. I got to tell you, big marijuana is terrified right now because there are now volumes of research telling us that this new supercharged marijuana that the industry is pumping out is causing psychosis, schizophrenia. We're seeing addiction rates go up. They're targeting our kids, all kinds of
big marijuana.
He's just, that's like big tech and, you know.
Kind of like big healthcare.
Pharma?
Big actual personal, big social health care.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like big feeding America.
Yeah.
Big not going hungry, big having a roof over your head.
Just to cap it off, though, he was like, and they're coming for your kids.
Yeah,
You know?
honestly, at this point, if they made like a weed product for kids, I'd trust it.
I mean, it depends on what it does.
Like if it was like a weed bubble gum that just had you
If it
acting a
got
little
them
loopy,
high, I don't know about that.
Maybe it helped them nap.
car crashes on the roads.
There's definitely products like CBD stuff, especially for kids with epilepsy.
If I gave my kids Sweet Dreams bubble yum that got them tired, chew some bubble gums and go take a little weed nap, there you go.
Out in the research. So what do? They go to their big brother tobacco.
I just want everyone to I want to assure everyone, Billy doesn't have kids.
By the way, is their biggest investor.
Not my own.
And they start pumping out fake, bogus research. I'm telling you right now, one of the people that funded the millions of dollars for UCLA's research on marijuana, that company was called Nugs, okay? It's not run by Sir Isaac Newton, all right? These are...
Okay, so now he's like, oh, they picked names like Nugs.
You know Fig Newton's also not run by Sir Isaac Newton?
Yeah.
The Canna Bros running these companies, and they're not trying to advance scientific research. They are paying for publicity and misinformation, which is exactly what Big Tobacco...
Are they paying for misinformation? Or are they just paying to show the world with scientific data what we've known for the last 80 fucking years?
It's just information.
Ever since Reefer Madness.
Of Americans to make a buck, and that's exactly what marijuana wants to do along with their Big Tobacco investors.
Now, I mean, this is corrupt to the core. And when you chat with folks who don't, maybe don't read up on this or haven't really followed what it does, especially to the young brain with frequent use, they say, well, it's better for you than alcohol. And it relaxes you, all the medicinal benefits. And to that, you say?
Well, when I hear about the alcohol thing, I say, well, you know, if you have a car and you just broke your headlight, do you say, okay, well, to be consistent, let me smash in my taillight too? I mean, we have issues with alcohol. More than 100,000 Americans.
So you think we should make alcohol illegal again? I mean, what's your point?
Die every year related to alcohol right now. So it's not like that's going great. And you look at marijuana, you have the industry out there peddling these lies. You know, marijuana helps with anxiety.
I think alcohol has better application for society as a whole. Weed, I think, probably is better as a medicine for people for dealing with their own personal shit. But alcohol is like a social lubricant. Makes your fucking happy button pop off.
I've experienced social situations with cannabis, even like bars where it's legal to purchase it and smoke it there, and they have like games set up and movies playing and places to chill and like lay back and chill, and I think it can work well that way too. It's more cultural because it's been pushed away for so long.
Grant for marijuana. Oh wait, we can't because it's a Schedule 1.
Wow.
Stupid Fox News.
Weed does so much different stuff.
It's different for sure.
That's what alcohol is. Basically all the same type of reaction, you know?
No. People react differently to alcohol, just like different people react differently to weed too.
Like,
yes.
Like if someone drinks tequila versus vodka, they'll have different reactions.
No. I mean, an individual could react differently to alcohol than other people.
You'll react differently to the different types of strains. Whereas, like, if you have a rum and coke or a tequila sunrise, you'll probably feel similar amounts of drunk. Right?
I've heard some people say that different types of liquor get them different types of drunk. I don't know if I buy that.
Yeah, they'll say like tequila makes me a slut, and I think no. I think when you go to drink tequila, you have slutting on your mind.
Yeah,
I think when you go to drink
think
tequila,
it makes you feel
tequila is your
differently.
fight song, basically.
I get what you're saying. You mean like the variety of effects based on what,
like with
but
weed.
those are all tailored to the individual too, you know?
Well, like if I go to a party and someone's like want to do a weed, I'm thinking to myself, fuck no, I don't know if it's gonna make me sleep, gonna make me paranoid. I don't know what it's gonna do.
That's why it's good. Well, I mean, legalization is good because you have more control over what you get, for sure.
With alcohol, it's like I'll drink. I know what that's gonna do to me. It's gonna make my fucking dick go limp. I'm gonna barrel it into the back butt cheeks of some giantess.
The only place I've been to in North America that has like weed in social settings is Vancouver. They have like an area where there's a bunch of Amsterdam-style weed cafes where they sell food and weed, and you can like chill, and it's, I don't know, it's cool. They have like different types of bongs and shit you can rent.
Do you think it's fair to say that weed is like might make people, I don't want to say lazy, but it might make people like sedentary maybe?
Some people it does. For me, it doesn't. It's like a stimulant for me.
Yeah.
Even indica makes me feel like this.
That's interesting.
Like I'll exercise and lift weights and shit high.
Yeah, there's some people that will smoke like the sativas to get energy and go clean and stuff.
I'll get it even with indica. I mean, it does feel different, but it still kind of energizes me.
With me, it just makes me want to go lay down. At best, it makes me tired.
It affects different people
at worst,
differently.
It makes the walls spin, and I hate it.
Well, we have 10 research studies that just came out in the last 5 years that tell you marijuana actually makes anxiety worse. You know, you hear these claims that, marijuana is not addictive, yet now the data are telling us from our nation's highest and most revered researchers that 1 in 3 people who use marijuana in the last year now will develop a cannabis use disorder. That's the medical diagnosis
They're also
for
saying
addiction.
that fast food is addictive. Cheese and bacon together is more addictive than other substances.
So there's all these myths out there, Laura, that the industry's trying to undermine. We got to get real science out there, not bogus science that's funded by industry.
This reminds me a lot of the COVID, funding of research studies with COVID. It reminds me a lot of that. Luke?
Over 1 million people in this country died of COVID. Like, you can't deny that. So, of course, they're going to fund studies for it. What the fuck are you talking about?
Thank you for the work that Smart Approaches to Marijuana does on this issue day in and day out. We really appreciate it.
It's not even a good comparison.
I wonder if they don't want to legalize marijuana because it will take away, like if someone's pushing to keep marijuana illegal on a federal level so that the states have more power, maybe the
states will still have power for it. Even if it's legal federally, states can ban it.
I remember when
there's plenty of substances like Delta 8 and stuff is legal federally, but it's banned in certain states.
I remember when weed was legalized here in Washington State. I had a bunch of people that I knew that ran the dispensaries, the medical dispensaries.
I would be against socialized medicine.
Of course
about
he would
corporate
be.
funding.
Yeah, a lot of people in this area that were in the medical dispensary industry didn't want weed to be legalized because it took away some of their powers and some of their rights as a medical dispensary, and it made it harder for them to operate.
I watched a documentary. I think it was called Evergreen, and it was a documentary about the legalization movement in Washington.
Yeah.
And they showed the two sides of it. It was like the people. It was like the Rick Steves people who they used him as their spokesman, and they like talked about all the incarcerations and all that shit. And then on the other side, it wasn't conservatives, it was people who had the medical stuff, and they didn't like the changes in the laws that would occur because of the recreational legalization.
Yeah.
And they kind of, I think some of it's changed a little bit, but I would rather have just legalization than just the medical stuff, for sure, because people get it recreationally anyway. Oh, you can go to a chiropractor and they can prescribe
Fox is
weed to
anti-weed
you.
because their viewers are old, scared people who think hippies are still a thing.
Yeah. Those damn beatniks. Here's another Fox News clip. This is a story that happened a few days back. WWE legend Hacksaw Jim Duggan on Tucker Carlson telling a story about his a home invasion that he experienced.
If you watch pro wrestling, you know Jim Duggan. He is a legend. He won the first ever Royal Rumble in WWE history back in 1988.
I want to say Tucker doesn't know this, and someone just wrote this for him to read on his teleprompter. I don't think Tucker. It's just an intuition. I don't know if it's true or not, but the way he interviews him here, it's like he doesn't know what the fuck.
I don't know half the stuff I say on the show. I just steal it from chat.
So you watch him on TV, you think that man looks pretty tough, but is he really tough? I mean, it's kind of an act, right? What is he really like? Well, now we know. Earlier this month, Duggan was with his wife at home in the country in South Carolina. They heard a man banging on the door. Then the man burst inside the Duggan's home, said he was going to trying to hide from other people who were trying to kill him. So Duggan grabbed the man and threw him back out on the porch, and then got his .44 Magnum and waited until police arrived.
So the guy was looking for help?
Yeah, we'll hear the story. It's kind of weird.
Amazing story. An American defending his home on his own without federal assistance. Jim Duggan joins us to go through what happened. Jim, I appreciate your coming on, Jim. Thank you. So I don't know if I characterized that exactly right. Tell us what happened.
Tucker, thank you. My pleasure to be here. Yeah, but pretty much, we live out in the country. We're on a dirt road. I've got about 10 acres. Everything is fenced in. We got a big gate. So we leave the door open most of the time to let the dogs and the cats in and out, during the evening. So I'm sitting there watching TV. All of a sudden, a pounding on the door. I jump up. As I get to the doors burst open. This guy falls in because there's a step to get into my house. He falls in. And I switch back to the old time days. I'm like, ah! I grab him, I throw him out on the front porch, and I
That's actually not that picture of Duggan is from back in the day, or not back in the day. This is like, I don't know, probably like 10 to 15 years ago during his last run. Is that John Cena?
I don't know.
He was in WWE when he was like in his 50s for a minute.
I don't know if that's Cena. It looks like his attire, but
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Spread eagle on the porch. And I reach in, and of all the guns to have inside, I use it to scare off the coyotes and foxes from my ducks and chickens. There's a 44 Magnum.
He lives on a farm out in the country in South Carolina.
Got the 44 Magnum. It's a pretty intimidating gun. And I got him down on the ground at spread eagle. And he's screaming, help me, they're trying to kill me. So.
And then the guys that were chasing her show up, and Tucker Carlson, it was the New World Order. So I said, hey-oh, took out my 2x4, and we spray painted the feller.
Now I'm thinking, well, this is not a home invasion, because I first checked the back door to make sure nobody else was coming in. That was my first impression. It was a home invasion.
Yeah.
So
Steve Shives interviewed him. At least we know he's a wrestling fan.
Well, I saw nobody else come in, and I pushed him down. He's screaming, other guys are coming to kill him. I can hear people out on the dirt road yelling, we're going to get you. So I had my wife turn off all the Christmas lights, where I'm backlit. I'm holding them down. I got my gun. I said, nobody knows we're up here. Just be quiet. And my wife, God bless, she's on the phone with 911, almost in hysterics. Her blood pressure was way up, and she said, send the fire department, send the ambulance, send everybody. So all the Kershaw County Sheriff's Department, they were great. They responded. But I tell you what, Tucker, as quick as it happened, it wasn't quick enough. People aren't happy to see a cop until you need one, buddy. And I'm standing there on the porch with a gun in my hand, two men out there yelling. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they have guns, of what this guy brought to my house. So I'm waiting for the police. I'm waiting. When I first saw those blue lights.
Look at that hair. Looks like James Robert Clark III cuts Hacksaw's hair right here.
I was a happy man.
He must have been a little surprised that he broke into your house, of all people's house. Did you ever get the backstory? Who was this guy, and who are the other people?
Well, it comes to find out on our dirt road, there's only like 5 or 6 houses. The guy had a restraining order against him for a young girl at the end of the house, or end of the road, excuse me. He broke into their house, or I guess it was her brother and uncle, I don't know what the combination was, but 2 men had pistols. They pistol whipped him, chased him down the road. Every house he went to, he pounded on the door, help, let me in.
So the guy worked the match before he got to you, and you're bragging about the win? That's a heel move, Duggan.
Our house, he climbed over the fence, he lost his shoes, broke into the house. Thank goodness, Tucker, I didn't have a gun when he first came through, because I thought he was an invasion. He first came cool. I went back to wrestling mode. I got him. I threw him out of the house, And then I grabbed that big 44 Magnum.
What are the odds when he's stumbling?
And the way he talks about his 44 Magnum, he has this goofy grin on his face. It's not as weird as when Ted Nugent talks about his guns. But it's still a little weird. It's still a little weird.
I wish he'd do the cross-eye thing. Jim Duggan used to, cross his one eye.
Hey, don't get my 44 Magnum. Okay.
To the home of, a legendary pro wrestler. Probably pretty low, I would think.
That small little town in South Carolina, too, that's one thing with wrestling. You can live anywhere as long as you're near a major airport. So I use the Charlotte airport, and we love living out in the country. The girls call it my hobby farm. I got ducks and chickens, dogs and cats. And so to have someone even make it to the door was a shock.
He was supposed to get a big push. When he first went to WWF, they were talking about a possible title run at one point. And then he got caught in a car. He got arrested with the Iron Sheik, who he was supposed to be feuding with at the time. And that was you weren't supposed to be hanging out with the people you were feuding with. And they had a bunch of drugs on them. And it made the news. It was in Ohio when it happened.
Remember when Rob Van Dam was about to get his push?
I think that happened in Ohio, too.
He was in the car with Sabu with drugs?
I think that also happened in Ohio.
It's fucked up, man.
Yep.
But you know what both those stories have in common? Iron Sheik and Sabu weren't getting pushes. Fucked up.
Sabu was one of my favorite wrestlers ever. He was just a lunatic.
Why are you using the Middle Eastern guys as fucking jobbers?
He has Middle Eastern ancestry, but that dude is from Detroit.
It's the gimmick.
Yeah. Well, they're like Lebanese. The original Sheik was Lebanese too.
Somebody break through the door was a whole different deal.
So for viewers who aren't professional wrestlers, no history of it, which is most, what would you recommend if someone breaks into your house?
Well, first thing, that's that fight or flight mode you go into. I think some people, which would be the right decision, maybe to go to a...
I recommend one or two things, Tucker. You either get the 4x4 or the 44. Hello!
Safe room, maybe run to another house, go to a neighbor. My first instinct was to attack. You got to do what you feel.
My
is
first
properly
instinct
right.
was to attack.
But the first thing you got to do is call the cops, call the police, man. Because I tell you, Tucker, my heart was pounding through my shirt. I got this guy spread eagled. I hear people yelling on this dark road. It was a terrifying ordeal.
He's got him spread eagled with the 44 Magnum where?
Waiting and waiting, which probably wasn't that long. But all of a sudden, you see those blue lights flicker, and it was like the cavalry was coming.
Amazing, amazing, and weirdly amusing and great.
I got him down on the ground like Sheila Nagigs. Spread eagle.
He meant
Praying to the fertility god.
He meant 2x4, honest Red.
I did mean 2x4.
And Hacksaw Jim Duggan doesn't say Ayo, he says ho.
Ho. I get Hacksaw and Only Use Me Blade mixed up all the time. Same people to
Well,
me.
Tucker, I'm old school wrestling before I go, and you might want to do one with me.
No, he's not going to do it with you because he doesn't know what the fuck you're doing. He's pretending like he knows.
Let's go, tough guy. Ho! USA! USA!
I can't pull it off, but I love that you
can do it.
No, I'm going to do it in private when no one's watching. Jim Duggan, say hi to your dogs for us. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Jim Duggan, go fuck one of your pigs for me.
Whoo, whoo.
Ho!
Ho. Yeah, I always thought it was funny that he yelled ho. That's great. He was like over the top patriotic.
I had him down on the ground, spread eagle, with my 44 Magnum, dragged up his ass, releasing rounds point blank like a gigantic flamethrower goatsy target
Holy shit.
into his anus. He was bleeding everywhere. Shrapnel and shit were flying back into my face.
Yeah, when you said 4x4, I pictured him like driving a big truck.
Yeah, 4x4. I meant to say 2x4, but the 44 and the 2x4. Better hope he grabs the 44.
It's weird.
That'll make it quick.
It's weird that he was a face because he had a weapon he had a foreign object with him constantly, and he did use it.
He wrestled a lot against Andre the Giant, right?
Yeah, Andre the Giant, Iron Sheik, Yokozuna.
He's got a win over Andre, right?
Probably. I
Yeah.
think that might have been
Very
before
few guys have wins over Andre.
Yeah. You know, the genius, Lanny Poffo, has a clean win over Hogan. It was a count-out win. But they made it was kind of funny. They made it seem like he was so smart that... Because he rolled out of the ring and went and started writing down an equation. And then he got back in the ring, and every time Hogan tried to do something to him, he would just like flip him easily. And he kept like countering all of his moves. And they're like, wow, he's so smart. He can trick Hogan. It was pretty insane. I don't know why they did that.
If there's one thing I know about Hulk Hogan is he can't defeat mathematics and science.
Yeah, it was such a weird, clean loss, and you didn't normally see that. It was kind of a weird thing. So, check this out. I've seen a few videos like this where on Christmas they tried to scare a bunch of kids by bringing the Grinch in.
Uh-oh.
But these kids weren't having it.
He's a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
I love you.
So Santa Claus is there, and they're like, oh.
It's the Grinch meets Bebe's kids. We don't die, we multiply.
They hit him right in the face with that. Dropped him.
His bruise grew 3 sizes that day.
Yeah. He gets dropped by that. Look. Boom. Damn.
They hit him with the 44 Magnum.
And then they're wailing on him. Yeah! Yeah! I love how the person holding the camera is just laughing their ass off while a group of kids beat the shit out of the Grinch. It's pretty great. He's trying to steal their presents. Damn.
Is the Grinch now jumped into Kid Block? The cool kid gang?
JJ declares war on businesses after getting press by them.
Oh,
Hangs
damn.
out with artists. We have not seen this, right?
I don't know.
Let's say it.
We'll see what's good. We'll see what's good with the Planet Fitness very soon. But this location, it's cut. We're never it's freaking cut. This location's freaking cut. So let's freaking start war against this location.
Oren sent $3. JJ, she's lying to you.
She's like a new member here. She's like she's like a new team member here. So,
what's he talking about?
She's a team member here at the Planet Fitness.
Is that where he is? Planet Fitness?
Yeah.
I don't know what's really happening behind the counter, but this is getting kind of shiesty. Like it's feeling like a really shiesty situation.
Are they trying not to let him shower there?
Like quite honestly, it's feeling like a really shiesty situation. Honestly, like feeling really ratchet tonight. Might start war. Like
wow,
Might start a little
He's
war.
going to war.
Might try to start war with every
War
facility
Fitness?
here tonight. We're just gonna maraud the place. We're totally gonna maraud the place.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
The attack of JJ
There's a
continues.
huge freaking mess here. Somehow we have to clean this. So hopefully we can go to the place across the street, grab some napkins, bring them back here, and just like clean this up.
Didn't he just do that?
He's more worried about the aftermath, not the setup.
Like this is a big freaking mess. Like it's probably gonna be sticky. If like somebody doesn't clean this up, it's probably gonna be freaking sticky. This is freaking flabbergasting, honestly. This is freaking flabbergasting. So let's just freaking clean this up.
Better clean that up, JJ. You better go find some napkins at the other facility.
Some napkins.
He should change his name to The JJ.
That was the girl's name.
Oh, was that her name?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
No.
Oh, the girl he was hanging out with? They
Yeah.
called her The JJ?
Yeah, I
didn't
called
know
her
that.
JJ.
Oh, did you make that up?
Yes.
Oh.
That's why it sounded so funny when you said it.
You've been 86 like 3 times.
You've been 86 3 times?
Dang, dude. Boy, he was like, no, you can't have some freaking napkins. Yeah, I can't have the freaking napkins, but like the first time I went in there, he was like, dude, you don't have an ID, you gotta buzz off or whatever. I'm like, dude, what kind of freaking bar is this?
Bars usually need ID because they don't want to get in trouble for serving minors.
What kind of bar is this?
A bar that checks IDs because they don't want to get shut down for serving minors.
And he's like, you're freaking banned from here. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Like, just because, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, just because I don't have an ID, like, and I
Did
said
you tell him about the soda
I
leak,
question what
JJ?
kind of bar is this? I'm freaking banned, but whatever, dude. Just wanted some napkins, but that's the Republic right there. But yeah, that guy's like just holding it down. Honestly, he's holding it down. No troublemaker, no way. It wasn't even making trouble. I'm just like, dude, what kind of bar is this? Like, what kind of freaking bar is this? But didn't want to stick around any longer since we were effing in that place. But excuse me, sir.
Needs those napkins.
Do you have any napkins?
He's got.
May I have some napkins? I have to clean up a mess.
I don't have no fucking napkins for you, bro.
Okay.
Oh,
What
shit.
What my card for? Don't have no napkins for
I just.
Oh,
never
shit.
mind.
This guy does not want anything to do with napkins.
I don't got napkins, bro. What you talking about?
He's got like an entire Ku Klux Klan outfit made
Okay,
of
thank you.
napkins in that car, and he thought JJ was going to find him out.
What? Your neck
Oh, yes.
appears to be
They probably have
malformed.
napkins here.
Is this the bar he was just kicked out of?
No, this one's way more busy.
May I have some napkins?
Wow.
Okay. May I have some napkins?
You're not allowed. Go.
I'm sorry. Okay, I will go.
He just wants some napkins. He's got to clean up this soda. The soda could get sticky.
Your napkin appears to be malformed.
Anybody see Blade's RV this
Man
weekend?
From everything. Like, I don't even know.
Blade, I just saw pictures on Instagram. Blade's RV backed up into a telephone pole and just decimated the pole. And there were cops there. Like, I don't know if there's criminal charges or not.
Was he drunk?
I don't know if he was driving or what. I just saw the pictures on Instagram. It looked terrible.
Was he drunk though? I don't know if he was driving, but was he drunk?
Well, it's not even like it's not even that serious. Honestly, like I wasn't even like causing trouble. Like
when the cops came in Bellevue to talk to Blade, he was all close to them and shit, and he was all wasted.
He knows Blue Lives Matter.
I was like, man, you're getting very close to them.
Just trying to, hug up with the cops.
Yeah, he was kind of
support the boys in blue is all.
Yeah.
Give kisses and hugs while you're drunk.
when I was in there, I was just like, I met somebody that I hadn't seen in a long time, and we were talking about like we were just getting so raw, and the bartender was like, I don't like what you're talking about, so you're banned. I'm like, dude, what's the freaking matter? But no, I was like,
Auntie Jessie says someone drove into their neighbor's house today.
I should probably wage war against them.
What?
Like the homie at 7-Eleven that works there, he's like, you know, he's so chill. Like there's a bunch of napkins there. We can probably just post up there briefly.
It's so hard for JJ to get some napkins.
Thank you.
Oh, they got him the napkins.
Are these snipers or what?
They look like the type of guys that would be stream sniping.
Like, did they just appear and they're like, we're the fairy napkin godmothers?
They do
Whatever.
look like IP2 fans.
I hope you have safe travels.
Thanks. Now I'm going have nightmares of a monotone weirdo coming at me in the night asking for napkins.
Do you have napkins, little teddy bear?
I just
Teddy bear.
need napkins.
Hey, little teddy bear, I
man.
need napkins. I need to clean up all this ejaculate fluid. Could you please hand me some napkins before I have to use your furry bear skin?
You know, Teddy Rubskin, I do believe that Jared jerks off onto plushies. So that's probably why he was acting nice to you at first.
Don't do it.
I'm just saying. And he's the one who'd be acting, he's the one who'd be looking for napkins.
Teddy Rubskin, when you take a shit, do you get shit on your fur? Does shit stick to your fur?
Yeah, Teddy'd be covered in spooge.
Ew.
Yep. He'd be bukakade.
Yes. Oh, respect. Plus 99. Mission pass. You got the napkins, baby.
You know, with tonight.
She said go on that side.
Okay.
She said go on that side.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, how can I help you? Are you recording?
Is he making a return?
Please don't do that.
I won't record you.
Can I help you?
Yes. What do you have to offer tonight?
What do you have to offer tonight?
He is kind of creepy.
This is a nightmare.
Yeah.
What do you have to offer tonight? What? Yes, I'm just curious. What do you have to offer tonight? Because you seem like you have a lot to offer. Like it seems like you have a lot to bring to the table.
Walk away.
You have a lot to bring to the table. He's basically a director right now. This is a high-profile movie.
I would like
Casting
to purchase
call.
hydration.
I would like to purchase hydration.
Well, it seems that they have firewood for sale. We can probably bring the firewood. We'll probably get some good firewood for the barbecue tomorrow. We get some good firewood.
They're having a BBQ.
Yeah, he's got to get the firewood so he can have the barbecue. It's all
Damn.
good idea.
For the barbecue tomorrow. Yeah. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, God. What? Oh, God.
Will you sit on me?
This guy's like, what?
Sir, will you sit on me, please?
Would you like any assistance with washing your windows? No. Okay. Do you need any help at all? No. Do you need any shoes? I'd love to give you some shoes for free.
Hold on, is he not wearing shoes?
It looks like the guy might have bare feet.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'll give you
He's
some
got
shoes
like
for free.
he's got like socks on, right?
It looks like it.
What size are you?
Or no, does he just have gray bare feet?
No, those got to be socks.
Okay. I'm like, he's got some weird illness or something.
You think he's just got the ashiest feet in existence?
I don't know.
Like I just was firewalking or something?
He told me you look good tonight.
You look good tonight, sir.
JJ's interested.
Sir, I know you probably can't see your feet, but you forgot to put shoes on before you left the house.
I must say this. What did you say? I can't
He's gonna act like he can't hear her until he gets all the way up to her. I love it.
hear out of my left ear. I can't hear you.
You need to leave. I told you to leave. I'm
Okay.
gonna call the cops.
It's okay. I'm not here to disturb anybody. There's no, that's the last thing I want to do. The last thing I want to do is disturb anybody here.
You're soliciting. You need to leave.
Okay, well, I'll be out of your hair. I'll be out of your hair, I promise.
You don't need to be sitting on the pillars next to the gas pumps. Go.
Okay,
Go
I'll
on.
leave.
Right now.
He's loitering. Yeah, not soliciting, loitering. He was offering to like clean people's windshields.
Sir, I'll clean your windshield and I'll get you some shoes.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Yeah, JJ has the worst luck. Bums have carte blanche all throughout Seattle. JJ gets turned away by everybody. Here, they'll leave food out. They'll leave like delicious assortment of day-old steaks and sandwiches. It's ready to go. And
Yeah.
JJ came and get some fucking napkins.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Excuse me. Would you like to hang out?
Huh?
Would you like to hang out?
Right now?
I'm just here buying laxatives.
I'm gay, dude. I'm gay.
Did he say he's gay?
I'm gay, dude. I'm gay.
I don't think so.
Well, I noticed that you're driving. Otherwise, I would offer you a beverage from the store. Maybe you're...
What did he say? Did he really say that?
Sounded like he said I'm gay.
I don't. Why? How? Oh, good.
I'm good.
He's good.
I'm good, dude.
I'm like, why would he say that? Why would that be?
DJ Fix, so. Get us to 11, 11, 11, 100, 11, 11. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Interested in having a water from 7-Eleven. Hello. This is
Look at that sweater. Hell yeah.
a really nice vehicle. It smells so good.
It smells so good.
Hello, amigos.
Can you stop filming?
Yes. I'll totally respect. I'll totally respect this. Like, I won't record you any longer. Like, I totally respect this.
JJ has too much respect for people.
It's just it hasn't been in line. I suppose. Like, it hasn't been in line.
How many subscribers you got?
10,000.
10,000? That's pretty sick, dude. Wait, so do you just stream like the streets and stuff or what? Damn, that's pretty sick. Smoke kush and shit. You smoke weed?
Whatever happens, I suppose. But, you know, we like to chill. We're mainly chilling. But well, thank you.
Hey, dude.
Thank you so much.
He's got some weed.
Oh, yeah.
No napkins.
Have a good one.
Stay
safe.
So we bumped into the homie within the street network.
I got
and
some
he
weed
gifted us the
recently.
salsa. So now we'll probably post up and just get like whatever, dude. We'll have freak smoke stream for Dislike Gang. I'm freaking out, dude.
You got weed from the street network?
No. I mean,
Ben and
we
JJ
can have
both
a
receive weed from
permission.
the street
Of course,
network.
You can probably get some permission to search their garbage chat user, but you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's good, honestly.
The guy at the weed store that I bought this from recognized me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Was he like Post Malone?
No. No, he knew who I was.
Just gonna enjoy this meal tonight.
this time.
Probably pick up the coin.
I do not look like Post Malone. I don't know what those kids were thinking.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Coins on the ground. Like, looks like there's so many coins sprawled out upon the place. So many coins around the place.
Was JJ just picking up a trail of coins? Did he break into a house to pick up loose change off the ground? What the fuck? JJ's got to get this because he keeps buying people beer.
Teddy said, is that his home? No, Teddy. He does not have a home per se.
Everywhere is JJ's home.
Yeah. Basically.
Piling them up so he has track of his coins.
You have to
whenever
count.
he searches for them.
You have to
so he's
count
gonna-
how much money in that amount of time that he picked up off the ground, and see if it was worth more or less than a minimum wage job. I was like, I don't know how much money that is. Looks like about 64 cents.
You ever seen the people that go around collecting scrap metal? Like, they'll go around and, like, look for people throwing away shit that they can sell for scrap?
Yeah.
They're just, like, scrappers, and that's their
Yeah,
job.
scrap metal is great.
But I was thinking, like, the time and the gas. Like, gas is so expensive now. I don't know if selling aluminum is really going to pay off to justify doing that at this point. I don't know. You'd have to be finding, like, huge amounts of it. And then you would end up needing like a big truck or something to haul it all around in.
I wonder if people illegally transport soda cans from Washington State down to Oregon and then turn them in for that sweet 5 cents a can bonus.
It depends on how much infrastructure there is around it. Like, do you have to be a resident of Oregon, or can you bring it from anywhere? If you can bring it from anywhere, then what would be stopping you?
Yeah, we should write a small script about a film for people who are moonshine running pop cans from Washington State down into Oregon.
There's a
for 5
Seinfeld
cents a can.
episode kind of like
Oh,
that.
there is? Damn it.
Yeah, they try to drive from New York to Michigan with a bunch of soda cans to try to, like, play the system, because those are the only two states where they're 10 cents. A bottle of it doesn't matter. It's not even just the scrap. It's like plastic, like the plastic bottles and everything too. They're all 10 cents no matter what.
Yeah. Big money. But people who like strip houses of their copper wire, they'll go into houses that are like not lived in, and they'll just strip the wiring.
Copper's worth way more than aluminum.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, there's a train in New Mexico that connects a bunch of towns in New Mexico, and it goes through like the reservations and stuff too. And a lot of times, like, scrappers will steal the copper wire that the train uses for like the stops and everything, and they'll have to like shut the train down because of that, because people will steal the copper wiring out of people's houses in Toledo. Aluminum siding too. Scrappers will steal people's aluminum siding.
Yeah, all the houses in Detroit that were selling for like $1.
Yeah,
they were all completely stripped of all the wire and copper and everything. It's a big thing.
He's probably going to see this and, have access to them. It'll be really awesome. He can have, he has all his coins in one place. He'll have all his coins in one place.
Yeah. It was very kind of JJ putting all his coins in one place. JJ's like a new age Pink Panther. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What the fuck?
Getting a blessing from the painting.
What's that?
Is Marty McFly turning into Doc Brown?
Say again, I'm sorry.
The meat has
Say it
been
again,
blessed
I'm sorry.
graciously by the
I went 8.85 gigawatts in the wrong direction. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
I went back in time just to fuck my mom. I'm sorry.
By the way, I saw this house in Detroit for sale, and if this house was here, it'd be worth like $4 million. But because it's in Detroit, it's worth like $500,000. It's 8,000 square feet.
What area is it in? Is it a really terrible area?
I have no idea.
7 bedrooms, 7 baths.
Yeah. Look at it. It looks like a classic home that you'd find like in the UK.
Should we move to Michigan so that
no? Look at it though; it is an amazing.
We can turn this into peasant. What's that one TV show with the manor? Is it the European elite? Downton Abbey? Yeah, Peasant Abbey?
Yeah.
Drunken Abbey?
It probably needs a lot of work.
Should we start Drunken Abbey?
It looks like it needs some work. We were looking at that one house in Toledo that was really big, and that was all remodeled. Wow, look at the kitchen. Holy shit.
Cute.
It's big. It's super huge. There's like a double oven.
We'll get like some people living in the house, and then we'll get a bunch of people living out on the property in their little box homes, those Amazon homes you can buy, tiny houses that can be put together in a day.
There's been some remodels, like that lighting in the ceiling is definitely not original.
Honest Red wants us to stop doxing him. He's telling us to take his house down.
Oh, okay.
This is where Honest Red
why is
lives.
it for sale on Zillow?
Honest Red just bought it.
Is he pulling a G-man?
He took all of his tip money and bought it because he makes so much tip money every night.
I wonder if that's a dumbwaiter over on the right.
In Michigan, that's an average intelligence waiter.
What are these?
Those look dope. Is that a walk-in fridge?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, those are just cupboards, maybe. Interesting cabinet.
Yeah.
Those got to be fridges there, right?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Let's start Drunken Abbey. Let's go.
Look at this
Let's go
shit.
move into Drunken Abbey.
I like the flooring. It's pretty amazing.
We can get some Ferris wheel rides in the backyard. We can start a little carnival. We could have a well-formed militia to defend the property.
It's 8,000 square feet. It's so big. That's just an insane amount of space.
That's a morgue? That's for real a morgue? Dude, we need a morgue in Drunken Abbey.
Yeah.
That's where Cobes kids. We could get all the locals their own morgue beds to
now
sleep
we
in.
want it even more.
Even morgue. I remember there was this house that had like a full prison in the basement. It was going online. I really wanted to buy that and just start a bed and breakfast with like a weird BDSM prison experience.
That is it doesn't have a clock tower, but that is basically Cobe's dream house. He just needs to build a clock tower on top of it. I'm just admiring this art.
Buy the house from Barbarian. Bolo tie, you're sick. I'd put Mama down.
This is a very beautiful seahorse.
Yes, this framework has like a really powerful, most glorious presence here. It's just producing like a most glorious essence. I'm gonna say like that's like every framework around this place. Just like producing.
Are morgues refrigerated? Like
Yeah.
So they were refrigerators.
The body, they're refrigerators.
So we could load those bitch up with giant slabs of like pork and pig and cow and wouldn't put a chicken.
It could
in one
be
of those.
turned into a home very easily.
Let's load the morgue up with as a meat seller. Let's go.
It probably needs some. Yeah, I don't even know. It probably needs some kind of remodeling.
It's just like pure, like true art, like just like flowing throughout this place. It's powering our meat, powering our freaking, just like it's really just like washing the place. Honestly, like this art is so true. Just freaking washing the place. And it's just like it's a really.
Is he cooking on a George Foreman grill?
Just washing the place.
How fucked up would it be if we had real dolls stored in the morgue for rental at our Drunken Abbey?
I don't like
people
that.
just go down and pull a real doll out and have like a couple minutes with it and put it back in. That's gross. Could you sleep in the morgue drawer like a hotel pod? Would that be?
I would not like that.
I wouldn't either, but some people might. We lock them in there with a little TV for 8 hours. Torture chamber.
It's like really pretty powerful. So just freaking flip this meat, I guess.
Just making some burgers. Is this the barbecue he was talking about having?
Just enjoying.
His barbecue was on a clam grill in a kitchen. It's funny that he's cooking on a clam grill that's on top of a stovetop.
Really socialist, right?
This is a band right here.
What's their name?
I can't think of anything other than a play on the Hall and Oates, but I can't think of anything clever. I'm just like looking at them like some weird alcohol and oats. I don't know.
Quaker Hall and Oates.
Pretty good.
Everyone, like the stream and go to our Patreon, patreon.com/DP.
Was insane. I still can't believe I did that.
Oh,
You lost your virginity, Egghead?
Let's make it about you. Why don't we? Oh, he sent me a promo. All right, I'll play it. But then we got to do the post show.
Yeah, we're turning our morgue into an after-hours club called
wanna
Of
do
Age
that?
and Alive.
In Detroit. I don't even know where in Detroit it is. It could be in like a horrible area or who knows.
Well, if we had enough people living there, we could defend it with the proper amount
The
of
DP
weaponry.
compound.
Yeah.
The DP
We'd have
compound.
a well-oiled militia outside.
We could make that one like super big ass room with like the upper railing. That could just be the DP studio.
Yeah. We'll have a wrestling ring inside for
Oh my
when,
God.
for when the Iron Sheik comes over to visit.
Does he live in Detroit?
Probably not, but Sabu might.
Yeah, he probably does. Terry Brunk.
I guarantee you we could get some sort of wrestlers over. We're in a mansion in Michigan at Drunken Abbey. It's across the river from Windsor, Canada. I know so many wrestlers in Windsor. It'd be easy peasy.
So it's right on the river? That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah, but my first experience going out to bars and getting drunk was in Windsor because of the age difference.
That's true. Kevin Nash is from Detroit. He doesn't live there anymore, though.
No.
Away from downtown. Yeah, it's just Drunken Abbey. It's $500,000. We might as well buy it, repurpose it, and then sell it.
Repurpose it? Are you like some kind of master craftsman
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
gonna become like a brand new Juggalo headquarters.
All right, here's Egghead.
We're gonna sell it to the actual Juggalos afterwards for double the price.
Oh my God.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the aftermath of Actual Mania Cringe-cade.
It's Eggy Two Belts. We didn't even talk about Actual Mania. That was our last show.
Yeah, well, Egghead better be giving us an update on what he had to do to win that belt.
And as you can see, I'm a very happy egg.
Did he pay the possum?
I am now a 6-time Cringe-weight champion, but I am also the new King of Games champion. Eggy Two Belts is officially a thing.
And you know what the belt means? I don't like it, but this is like him having that belt. When you're the King of Games champion, you get to name your own match stipulation. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
where's
really like
Flocka Possum at? We need a confirmation. Egghead or Flocka?
Flocka got the boner picture from Egghead.
He got Egghead's pee-pee?
Yeah, he rated it 8 out of 10, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Honkin' Schwanz?
I don't know, but that
Nice.
was... See, Egghead bribed Flocka Possum, who was winning, by the way, at the time, that he said if he gets his belt back, he would send Flocka Possum a pee-pee pic.
Which was one of the cringiest things somebody could do.
Yes.
So it was perfect. It was a perfect way for Egghead to win the Cringerweight title back.
And now we have to look forward to the Regal Tussle in January. To be honest, I don't know what's going to happen.
If you win Egghead, you can challenge another champion for their title. But if you don't win, someone could challenge you for one of your titles eventually.
At the Regal Tussle. I don't know who's going to be the winner of the Regal Tussle. They could go on and face either Ben Pye for the World Championship, or they could face me for the Cringeoid Championship at Mania. Who knows? All I know is whoever the winner is at the Regal Tussle, you will better be making your choice very wisely. Because you've already saw what I'm willing to go through to win back Goldie. You don't know the lengths I will go to keep her around my damn arms. And now, as for Sylvie, and the first opponent I will be defending...
Does he, like, jerk off with those belts? Like,
I think he just wears the belts instead of jerking off.
I'll be making an announcement regarding who I want to face pretty soon. Be there.
So he didn't mention the dick pic, but it was confirmed that Flock Opossum got Egghead's penis pic, and it was a well-rated penis pic. Flock Opossum giving Egghead an 8 out of 10, and Flock Opossum giving a 10 out of 10 to his own penis. So I assume Flock has only ever seen his own penis and Egghead's penis.
He's seen Jared's. Also, yeah. I think he's seen a lot. So we are going to do... I really suggest you guys come to the post show, become a $10 patron, become a $10 subscribe star, or click the join button, become a member, and take the post shows and more option. You'll get 2 private shows each month, and then also all the post shows that we do. So you can sign up, and you get a lot of cool emojis and shit like that. Like there's all kinds of emojis and crap.
The private shows do not mean that we show privates. That was something outside of the Patreon perk. Sign up now, $10 and above. Come watch with us. This Teddy Hart stuff's going to be amazing.
It's crazy. I had no idea it went so deep.
That's what we said.
Yeah. The cat the cat breeding is really weird. All right, we are going there now. We will see all of you there.
Bye. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes.